Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am really, I want to say excited, but I'm really anxious to share this topic that I'm about to share with you all today because it's been on my heart to share it for literally probably like the past 2 weeks or so. And then I started recording something else because something popped in my head. The last one I recorded about utilizing your downtime. And so I was like, well, let me hold off on this and think about it more and pray about it more. And this message has just come up several times over the past couple weeks. So I think it's time for me to share it. Helping people helps you. Okay, that's if I had to come up with a title, which I usually don't while I'm speaking, but helping people helps you. I'm gonna put a period at the end of that and then kind of give a backstory and then bring that back around. So I strongly feel that we as a society, we've gotten away from being empathetic towards people to caring about people. We've become very self-centered, very individualized, very what do I get out of this? And I say that unapologetically because I see it. I see this attitude towards people have this attitude towards one another, and people aren't so quick to help each other anymore. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. The climate of our society is just really negative and divisive right now, and it saddens me to see. I have something within me where I can't really shut it off, nor do I necessarily want to, but I always wonder about people's backstories. And I don't know when I started being that way, but especially as of lately, doing the job that I do. I teach and I have, one day Jaden and I were trying to figure out how many students I've had since I started teaching. I started teaching January of 2016. And on average, each semester, I probably have on average about 300 students on average. I've probably had more and then definitely I've had less. But so we were doing the math and I think it came out, I'm not a math person, but I think it came out to like well over 2,000 students have come through my classrooms. That's a lot of people to impact. That's a lot of people that come by my office for office hours. That's a lot of people, not that they all do, but I've gotten to know a lot of students from different backgrounds and they share their stories often. And a lot of times I'm just blown away. And what that has made me more hypersensitive to is the fact that we are all dealing with something. Now, something I've learned, and I actually try to, when I learn something that I feel like is just powerful and it's made a huge difference for me, I do my best to try to slide it into my lectures somehow, some way. And I share this often with my health class because we talk, it's more health related, physical and mental. And I tell them we all have a different capacity for what we can deal with. When I heard that, I loved it and it has stuck with me. I think I've learned that in counseling, but it is so true. There's plenty of things that I can deal with that somebody next to me that may not be something that they can handle, and there may be something that somebody else can handle that I would just crumble with. So we have to remember that, and if we remember that, I think that will help us to be a little bit more caring, a little more empathetic towards people, because again, everybody's walking around dealing with something. We like to compare. We have to stop comparing. That's a topic. That's probably another topic that I could talk about later. But we compare for good and bad. We compare to say, why am I going through this and that person's life is better? And then sometimes I feel like we compare in order to be able to stay in our pain. Like people haven't gone through what I've gone through. So we really have to stop comparing and know that our pain is our pain, but then we have to learn how to process it and deal with it and know that it's okay to feel what you feel. Okay. So all that being said, my message today is focused on helping people. Helping people helps you. And I'm a huge proponent for counseling. I go to counseling. I will tell every person that I run across that I go to counseling, and I'm very proud of the fact that I go to counseling because it truly, truly, truly has helped me. I started going back in 2016 when I got separated and went through my divorce, and it was beyond helpful. It's been helpful with having a new relationship. It's been helpful in being a single parent. It's been helpful being a single working mom. It's just and then just me holistically trying to heal myself from past things and be the best version of myself that I can be. I deserve that. My boyfriend deserves that. My daughter deserves that. So I am a huge advocate for counseling. I think we all should be in counseling, honestly, but I am not ashamed of it. I tell my students all the time that I go to counseling because it really has been beneficial. We have to break away from the stigma and the stereotype of, so-called crazy people go to counseling, because that's not the case at all. So another topic for another day, right? Bring it back around, favor. Okay. So helping people helps people. I remember when I decided to start my mentoring group, my actual physical mentoring group, before I even thought about the YouTube channel. And the counselor I had at the time, when I told her that, it was really just a thought. I hadn't had my first gathering yet. And, she looked at me and said, that's going to help you too. She's like, helping these young ladies is actually going to help you too. And when I first started, I didn't even think about that. That was nowhere on my radar as far as why I was doing it. My energy and effort was to put it all into them and to make sure I was giving them, something that would be beneficial to them. And I never once thought about that until she actually brought it up. And, then I started reading. I think it came out more in like my devotionals and stuff. And it really, I guess I've known it, but I just haven't really focused on it. And let me tell you, there's so much truth in that. I love what my mentoring group, it almost makes me want to tear up a little bit, because I just see the benefit that it is for these young ladies. And yes, at the same time, it does help me heal. We got to get better as far as, doing acts of kindness. And then I just read this somewhere. Doing acts of kindness and not telling anybody about it. We become such a narcissistic society where everything is posted on social media, and we have to tell everybody that hey, I'm out there feeding the homeless. Look at me, and why? Just do it. So helping people helps you, and we don't need a bunch of fanfare when we do it. So no matter what you're going through, whether that's stuff in school, because that's one of my big audiences, whether that's personal stuff, whether that's relationships with intimate relationships, or even relationships with your friends or your family, just mental issues that you may have going on, physical, whatever the case may be, I guarantee you, and I know I say that a lot, but I wouldn't say something on here that I really haven't tried myself or haven't done it, and I haven't seen the benefits. So helping people helps you, and I guarantee you that whatever you're going through, if you put your energy, if you get out of that negative space of whatever's going on. And I realize sometimes it's not so easy to just say, well, hey, as my students would say, hey, Professor Campbell, that's not, I can't just stop and not study. I have to do my finals. I got that. I get that. Yes, responsibilities still have to happen, but you're in charge of your schedule. You're in charge of what you say yes to, what you say no to. Obviously finals, you have to say yes to, students, right? But there's going to be moments where you maybe have some downtime. And when I say, let me give you examples real quick before my 10 minutes, my 10-minute mark hits. Guys, it doesn't have to be something like going to feed the homeless. That was just a big example. That could be like, you notice that your roommate is having a rough day and you bring her a cup of coffee because you know that will make her day. Let me tell you, somebody brings me a cup of coffee, they might as well have just sent me on a trip to, wherever, because it's the little things, right? Send somebody a card, or, there's so many things that you can come up with to help somebody. And I guarantee you, whatever negative space that you're finding yourself in, you're going to start to feel better. And if you make that a habit, not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping somebody else as well. It's a win-win, like the epitome of win-win. So that is my message for you today. I challenge you to be mindful of it, to be intentional. That's one of my favorite words. I have several favorite words, but intentional is one of my favorite words. Be intentional about helping other people. It does not have to be something big. If you see, a mom at the grocery store, like loading her groceries into the car, and she's got her child there, maybe go offer to help, or just say, you know what, I got this for you. Little things matter, guys. But again, do it. And don't ask for the fanfare. Just do it because that's the right thing to do, right? And I guarantee you, if you're going through some stuff, watch. It's definitely going to help you feel better. So that is, I don't want to start a challenge because that's like kind of outdated or whatever, but on a like down low sort of way, I do challenge you to start helping more people. We need that in society, and not only will it help you, it's gonna be impactful to so many people. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that helps somebody. So I already feel better doing this. So there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching my channel. Until the next time, have a wonderful week or weekend, whichever comes first for you, and I will see you next time. Bye.